What's going on, everybody? It's Austin Holland back with another informative video for you guys, and today we are going to tell my story about how I improved my social life. If you guys are new here, like I said, I'm Austin Holloman, and I have traveled to 25 countries and about 46 cities on 5 different continents around the world. And I did this because I was not happy with my social life in the United States. I actually fucking hated it. Okay, but now I love my social life. Why do I love my social life? I'm going to tell you guys why and how I went from being a person that thought they were crazy and was getting gaslit to the point where I'm just sitting there in dazes thinking like something's wrong with me. You know, people telling me I need to go to therapy because they're fucking crazy and not me, to being in a place like Nairobi, Kenya, where I have a huge circle of friends. You know, everybody's always in a good mood. Not always, they're people, but people for the most part in a good mood. They're not constantly gaslighting me. I have beautiful women that are attracted to me, that actually like me, that do things for me, versus being where I was at in the States where like, hey, like if you want a beautiful chick, like it almost feels unattainable. So this is not even just about women, it's about social circle in general. So get a video, like, and subscribe if you guys have not already. So I'm gonna tell you guys my social life story. Of course, I went to high school just like everybody else. I had a circle of friends, great social life back then. Of course, if you're in an enclosed environment, it's school. Everybody talks. I went to college. This is when I started to notice, oh, things are a little different now. I had a circle of friends in college, but I had no issue having people to hang out with as far as men and women that were, you know, just women I looked at as like friends. But as far as approaching women, when I got in college, this is when I started to notice like, oh shit, something ain't right. But I was thinking, hey, well, I just went from the high school world to the adult world. So maybe I just need to step my game up a little more. So I started improving my attire, the things I wore. I started improving my body by going to the gym. I had a badass six pack back then because I was really trying to get it right. And I always cold approached, whatever you want to call it, socialized with women every day on campus to make sure I had it like I did in high school. But the thing is, it was not working out as far as I wanted with women in college. Anyway, I ended up dropping out to become a barber. Ended up getting a girlfriend for a bit, for about a year and a half. So and we ended up living together too. And I didn't know how bad it was. Okay, it was so bad that phrase "it's that bad." I bought that phrase. That you can type in "it's that bad" on the U.S. trademark, and you'll see my name there. It was that bad for me to buy that phrase, so nobody else could buy it. So I didn't realize how bad it was in the States until her and I separated. And I went out to go socialize again. And it was all right. It was all right until I started trying to find consistency. Finding consistent men and women I can hang out with. Homeboys I can hang out with, and then women that I could see go on dates, do something fun, or just hang out at the house, right? When it came to consistency, that's when I noticed there was an issue. Because in the United States, we have an individualistic society where everybody wants to work, is super selfish, everybody's in it for themselves, everybody thinks that they deserve the world. So I want to hang out, hey, let me see if I have some homeboy. And I'm a barber, right? So I sit around and cut men's hair all day. I've probably seen like 50 guys a week. Well, not 50, maybe 40 guys a week, right? So I have the exposure, enough exposure to other men to have some sort of friends, male friends. Every time I hit them up, hey, let's go over here, let's do this. No time. No time. So I ended up hanging out by myself a lot, which that's fine. I'm able to do that. But here's another problem. When I want to go approach women, it seemed like it was an inconvenience for me to walk up to them and introduce myself. Then I would try to tell people like, hey, like, you know, I'm having these issues. Like, why is it like, I know for a fucking fact I'm not ugly. I know I have a good car. I have my own money. Like, I'm not perfect, but I was probably 2021 when I started noticing this. I have my shit together, and I'm making like $2,500 a week. The average fucking 21-year-old is still in college broke, or they're probably making out a max of 30 grand a year. Okay, it takes me 3 months to make 30 grand. So, what is the issue? It's not my charisma, because we're not even at the point where I could use the charisma yet. It's just like the hello. What is the issue with that? I can't even get past the hello, or they're looking at me like I'm some sort of slob. Like, is this real? Like, what the hell is going on? So I tell people that, and they gaslight me into thinking that I've done something wrong, or they give me mechanisms to cope. Like, well, when you go, also, one of my really good friends, he told me, you're expecting too much out of people. Whenever you go out to a bar or a club, or if you go to, I don't give a fuck, a yoga lesson, or if you go anywhere in public where there's other people, a restaurant, you shouldn't expect people to socialize. Like, if you go to a place, just go there to have a good time. And I'm like, wow, what a fucked up mindset. So I'm going to go to social settings with no expectation to socialize. Are you fucking serious? Even when alcohol, see, some people are just uptight, but when you include alcohol, that still doesn't work. Like, even when you start getting a little lit, y'all still can't socialize. Everybody's still standing off to themselves. There was a common thing whenever I would walk up to women in Dallas. They'd be like, oh no, I'm just here with my friends today. Like, you would think I was a fat, ugly motherfucker. You would think that. And I'm telling you guys, when I was in the States, this was the only fucking country in the world that happened. This is the only country in the world where that has happened. That's why I say some places I've been to are like 50, 60% like that. But there will never be another place like that. Okay? So, I can't go out in public and socialize. None of my male friends ever have time to hang out. So I spend a lot of time alone. So I'm like, okay, well, you start watching these motherfuckers on YouTube, and they're like, just work on yourself, just work on yourself, just work on yourself. So I'm like, okay. So I get in the gym. I go harder in the gym. I end up gaining like 40 pounds in like a year. So I look completely different. Then I start working more. I'm doing 16-hour days now. I'm really pushing it. I'm cutting from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Still no different results. So then I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm working too much. I've made a good amount of money. I still got the money. Let me just kick back and take some off days and go out and hang out. Put myself out there. Oh, date naps, forget about those. Those didn't work. Even when I went back to the States a couple months ago, date naps worked all around the world. Yeah, they didn't work in the States for me. Like, they did not. There's footage of that. So anyway, I go put myself out there, and I'm getting a little bit of a better result. But then I'm running into another problem. I'm still getting gaslit. I'm still getting shit tested. And I'm like, what is the point? Yeah, I started to get to a point where it's like, there's no way in hell my social life is the same social life my parents had 30 years ago. So I'm like, let me go somewhere else and change up the whole scenery, change up the language, continent, country, culture, everything. So I told you guys the story 1,000 times. I went to Brazil. Instantly, it was completely different. Now, people like to blame social media. It's not social media. They have social media in every other, like, for example, they have social media in Kenya. I have more friends in Kenya than I do around the world combined. They have, and social media is very big in Kenya. So it's not social media. It is a culture thing. It is a social culture. The social culture in the States is fucked up. So in order for me to take control of my life and probably prevent from fucking blowing my brains out, I had to go somewhere else and experience what it was like to be fucking normal. To be able to meet men and they're not always fucking working. So I never have a wingman. I never have a homeboy I can just go chop it up with. Hey, let's go meet at this restaurant, just talk for 30 minutes to an hour. I can do that now. I can do that. See, whenever I was everybody was just busy. So men are out of the equations, no friends. No friends. They were there. I had friends, you just couldn't meet them in person, so might as well have never had no friends. Okay? Then, when I'm out in public now, some places it's more acceptable than others. But if I approach a woman and introduce myself, I don't get a look like I'm doing something wrong by using the English language. Like in America, they make it seem like it's wrong. Like we learn English so we can communicate with each other, I think. So, unfortunately, we're treated as that's wrong. To just walk up to people and socialize with them. This is I hate talking about this shit, but it's very depressing. Even thinking about that I used to live in that. I don't care how handsome you are, this can happen to you too. This can happen to you, because it happened to me. Even with the way how I look now, I went back and it happened again, and I had just went to like 21 countries, and had that experience non-existent. So now whenever I'm in Lima, Peru, Paraguay, Chile, Brazil, I can literally walk up to people and just talk to them. When I meet chicks, it's not a banter. We're constantly like, when you go hang out with women, in the States, like it's like, all right, are we here because we like each other and we want to get to know more and go from there? Or are we here to have a fucking contest on who can be the most sarcastic in the most offensive way about the most sensitive shit, call each other names? Like, what are we hanging out for? Is what I would ask myself commonly. And like, I had chicks in this, and I've brought this up. I had a chick in the States try to make it seem like I was gay the first 10 minutes of the date. Like, she's trying to, she asked me had I ever slept with a man before. And I'm like, why the fuck is she? And by the way, I've never had a woman ask me that outside of the States. So I'm like, why is she asking me this? And she wasn't necessarily even asking. Her question was a statement. Because when she was asking me, oh, have you ever slept with a man? She's like, so have you ever had an encounter with a man? Like, and I got you. Like she knew something that I didn't know, or I thought that she didn't know. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Like, why is she trying to make it seem like I'm gay on a fucking date? So I started asking my friends, like, do I look gay? Like, what is going on? Because I know I'm not gay. Like, I don't ever look at another man and get turned on. I don't look at another man and get an erection. So I know I'm not gay. Why is she doing this? That's part of a shit test. And I'm telling you, whenever you guys go to these other countries, that little shit test, they're trying to test your masculinity, trying to make it seem like you're crazy or you're gay or something. That shit does not happen. Okay? I don't think I've been shit tested one time since I left the States. If it was like once. And I can't even name it, so it must have not happened. When I go on dates with chicks, like, they're asking me, how many brothers do you have? What kind of music do you... They're asking me shit that you would ask somebody that you don't know. We're flirting with each other. We're having a good time. We end up, if we like each other, we end up hugging. We end up kissing. We end up having sex. It's just normal. So my social life amongst women took a complete turn. And I would never, ever go back. Ever. Fuck the United States culture. And I say that with my fucking chest. Okay? I love the United States for its gun laws, even though that's crazy. I love the freedom. I love the freedom of speech, you know. I love the fact that it allows me to renounce my U.S. citizenship if I wanted to. I can get dual citizenship. I love the... it's just the culture I don't like. And that culture directly affects your social life. Okay? So, I have a way, and you guys will see me, you can go watch my Kenyan videos again, but you guys will see me reiterate again whenever I go back to Kenya, the large amount of friends that I have. I don't care if they're real or fake, they're there. I don't care if they're real or fake, they're there. So, if you guys can relate to that, it's probably not you. It's more than likely not you. Because I'm not the only one saying this outside the United States that's an American, a born American citizen. You know, like, people that are leaving the States, men and women, are saying these same things I said. And if you want to know how you can build your social circle, I can help you, okay? I've done this. Go look at you don't believe me? Go look at my videos when I was in the States. And look at how people treated me back there. Then go look at my videos when I'm in Brazil or when I'm in Kenya. Go to my playlist and go look at my videos. There's a night and day difference. I have more American friends outside of America than in America. I have more Kenyan friends worldwide. Combined, that total population of friends I have more friends in Kenya than I have that entire worldwide population. So if you guys are interested in building your circle with like-minded men and learning how to date and fixing your mindset, because it takes a mindset shift, because a lot of you guys go overseas, you still have not switched your mindset. You have to switch your mindset. Just click the link below at theaustinholloman.com and you'll be able to speak with someone that can help you, because I want to help you. I've helped numerous people. If you look on the website, you'll see a guy, and he's holding a woman. It looks like they're on the beach, right? And he doesn't have that much experience, but he knew being in America was not going to be the best first experience he could have. So he went outside the country, and he told me, "Thank you for telling me this." He even told me he's trying not to cry. It's really that bad. You know, he's trying not to cry because he knows he has to go back home and that social experience won't be there. It won't. So you guys need to be connected and you need to be educated on how to move in different countries and how to build this type of social circle. I'm experiencing that and I can help you with that. So if you guys need help with that, if you want to change your life, go to theaustinholloman.com and become a client today. Thank you for watching.